And I believe that we are now live on Facebook. Hey, Expert VA community, Kathy Goughenour here with our first Expert VA interview. And today I have Melissa StClair with me, and I just realized that I misspelled her name, so I'm changing it. She has no E on the end, folks. And Melissa is very special to me for many reasons. One, of course, is that she is an Expert VA. She's part of our Expert VA community. Another is that she is my personal project manager, OBM, integrator, whatever that title is that you like to give to people. Melissa and I have agreed on project manager for what she does for me, but I can tell you guys, she keeps me in line and does it all. But Melissa's been a virtual assistant for quite a while, so I want to ask her some questions about what it's like to be a virtual assistant and learn a little bit about her. So Melissa, how long have you been a virtual assistant, and why did you decide to become one? Tell us a little bit about your background and your story.
Sure. Well, hello, and thank you for asking. I've been a virtual assistant for 11 years, so more than a decade of serving small business owners, and I love it. And I started my business because, number one, I'm a military spouse. And if you know one thing about the military, we move a lot. So I wanted a portable career that I could take with me instead of, having to recreate the wheel and apply for jobs at every duty station. So I discovered the virtual assistant industry bubbling up to the surface and jumped on board.
And I'm so glad you did. And so approximately how many times have you moved? And I know I didn't, I gave you some questions I was going to ask, but you know me, I throw stuff in here. So just a ballpark of how many times have you moved since you've been a VA?
I have moved 5 times, so a handful of times, and it's been seamless.
Yeah, and you've moved, I think, twice just since you and I've been working together.
I think so.
No balls were dropped or anything. Very impressive.
Well, and I'll tell you, it has kept me through the chaos of the household move, though it can be a little chaotic personally. I generally try to continue to work through the moves because it keeps me grounded professionally.
Oh, wow, that is such a great tip. So instead of letting it get you more flustered, it keeps you more grounded.
It does. It really keeps a little element of normalcy through all of the upheaval.
Oh. So before I ask you the next question, I just want to mention that you look beautiful today in that top, and you got a little pin on. Let's see that little pin. Is that a bee by any chance?
It is a bee.
One of the things that Melissa is absolutely amazing at is her brand. She really sticks with her brand. So can you just talk a minute about your brand and, how you do this? Because you're amazing with it.
Well, thanks. And it's got a little lesser known fact, but I take a spin on being a worker bee. So being that industrious right-hand person to support your small business. But the little known fact that people don't realize, and I honestly didn't realize it until after I had developed my logo and the branding, that Melissa in Greek means honeybee.
Oh, no.
Yes, so that was a huge aha moment.
That gave me chills.
Isn't that bizarre? Yes.
Wow, yes. It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Well, Melissa, would you share with us your area of specialization, what type of services you offer, and who you help?
Sure. I would, categorize myself as a general administrative. And so helping small business owners in those areas of customer communications. So whether that be via email, via telephone call, or online communications, in helping them get the word out and maintain follow-up. Kind of the second, I guess, prong is involved with more of internet research. So blogging, writing articles, you need some stats and facts. So oftentimes clients will send me keywords and say, spend an hour to find out how much you can about X. And then thirdly, in a broader brush, is project and event support. So any piece or part or whole of those items, projects or events. So.
And let me just give you a plug here, which is you are absolutely brilliant at project management and SOPs, standard operating procedures. I knew that I needed to get standard operating procedures in place for my business, especially as rapidly as it was growing, which is awesome, that it's growing, but not awesome that I didn't have those SOPs in place. Right. And I brought Melissa on specifically to do that first. And oh my gosh, you guys, I can't even begin to tell you how helpful it has been to have her go through her process of doing the SOPs for me, because now we do have processes in place that are working as the business continues to grow and things aren't falling through the cracks like they were. And we'll just continue with Melissa's guidance to seal up those little cracks that are still happening as the business grows. And they're very few, and let me tell you, they're my cracks, not Melissa's. But, and by the way, you guys, you might be going, where's Kathy's PJs? Well, I'm cold this morning, so I have my new shawl on, but under here, PJs, PJs. So, you guys are probably thinking, oh, she looks so professional today. Yeah, it's still PJs. Then it's never going to go away. And Melissa, would you share your URL so people can go check you out and learn a little bit more about you and your business?
Absolutely. At your leisure, make a beeline to PaperChaserBiz.com. That's PaperChaserBiz.com.
And you guys can see in the background, she has her PaperChaser sign of when it was established. This is her office, I know, because she and I talk via Skype regularly when we do our project management calls, and I really appreciate it. She's always got a beautiful office, and sometimes she's got lots of other Post-it notes and things happening, too, that I'm always nosy about. What's that on your door that you got going on now, I'll ask her. So.
I took down my planning document that was immediately behind me, so I have clear space back there now.
Yeah, that was yesterday. She had a planning document. I was like, what is that on the door back there? I was so nosy. But you guys know me by now. That's how I am, nosy posing. So we've got a lot of VAs wanting to learn from established VAs like you, Melissa. And so one of the things that I wanted to ask you today was if you would mind sharing a challenge that you ran into while building your VA business and how you overcame it.
Sure. So a challenge that I ran into early on was me. I was in my own way because it was such a new area of work for myself and for prospective clients. So a lot of education on how it was going to work. And then for me, making that first move, actually, as a military spouse, to pack up and relocate to a new state, was it really going to work? And so then when I got to the new place and nothing skipped a beat, I was like, it does work. It was really me and in my OODA loop that I wasn't sure. So you just have to go with it.
Yeah, and that's so wonderful that you shared that, because sometimes people look at somebody like you, Melissa. I mean, you really do seem like you have it all together. You're so organized. Look at your beautiful office, and look at you, how beautiful you look. And people think, oh, I'm never going to be that perfect. I mean, and they literally strive for that kind of perfection. And so I love that you shared that even though on the outside you have that appearance, that inside you haven't always had that, and you had to actually go through the experience and realize it yourself. So thank you for sharing that.
Yes, and I think that you grow and evolve daily. So you're always learning.
Yeah, good point. You never get to a point where you're like, okay, done. Right. I got it all figured out now. The growth is done.
Yeah.
No. Because I mean, then we'd be dead, right? I want to have this exciting life. Okay, so I have two more questions for you. One that just came in this morning from Brenda Christopher. Brenda, thank you for posting that question. And it is about personal development books. So what's your number one most recommended book right now?
Well, I thank Brenda for her question. I did sneak on the Facebook and I did see it. So I actually have a prop of one book that recently made an impact for me. So Knowing Your Value definitely was helpful at a time that I was trying to make some decisions with my business, and it was right on time for the read for me.
And what tips do you have on getting the most out of personal development books in the shortest amount of time?
I think my tip is to definitely glean that takeaway that applies to you. It has to be, something that really speaks to you from that book, and then see how you can implement it or, incorporate it into your plan.
Great tip. Yeah, if you find that one gem that you can take away and implement, that makes the whole book worthwhile.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wrap this up by asking you, what do you most enjoy about working as a virtual assistant?
Oh, golly. Well, number one is the freedom, and number two, flexibility. And let's see, I'm trying to think, freedom, flexibility, and number three, and last but not least, earning that consistent income while I'm living this, fluid, transient military lifestyle. So.
Oh, yeah, because think about all those other military spouses who have jobs outside the home that they keep losing and restarting as they move.
Yeah,
wow.
I like keeping that forward momentum.
Yeah. Well, and I'm pretty sure that number 4 was getting to work with me.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
You guys, I drive her absolutely crazy. She just never shows it because, so here's the real scoop. When working with somebody like me, she emails me wonderful, wonderful list of things to do that I ignore. And then, don't I, Melissa? And then she emails and says, okay, let's have a call so that we can get these things done. And then I go, yay, thank you, we needed a call.
And we get her done.
That's right, we do. She's figured it out. She's figured out. And, as a VA, that's really what you have to do. You have to figure out how to work with each individual client to help them get out of their own way, because I am the biggest clog in my sales funnel and my wheels of getting things done. I'm the biggest clog. So I really appreciated having you, Melissa, as that awesome project manager who doesn't let me drop the ball, who forces me very gently and kindly in ways that make me feel good, not bad, to get stuff done. And I really appreciate you. So thank you so much.
You got it. Happy to be that bee in your bonnet.
You guys, don't you just love the way that she does everything with her brand? It's just amazing. The first couple of times that I saw you write something, you had the BEE. And at first I thought, oh, she's got a typo. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's her brand. Does it even when she writes. So, you guys, just as a reminder, this is Melissa StClair, and you can find her at PaperChaser.biz. And, correct, Melissa? I got that one correct?
PaperChaserBiz.com.
Oh, sorry. PaperChaserBiz.com. Sorry, thank you for telling me the right one. PaperChaserBiz.com. Yeah, much better. The .com is much better. Yeah. So, and this is Kathy Goughenour with Expert VA saying, hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.